All right. So he turns around after nodding and then goes about looking through the town. You can tell he's very clearly, examining things as he moves about. As for what he's looking for, unfortunately, he seems to be very tight-lipped about it at this time.
I can only suspect we've let a hostile element into our town.
Are you going to head back to the group, or are you going to just take your spot at the center of town? Igor.
I'll just take my position. There's no need to trouble my friends who have clearly, watched a deer kill themselves, and they've got enough to deal with today, I think.
It was rough.
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
You take your seat, and you're immediately inundated with people asking you if you can fix this, make that. Pretty much all that you can do is focus on these people as they take up your entire attention with their prattle. So, we're going to go ahead and move on to Catalina and Kalmir.
Yeah.
As you saw, Igor went off to discuss things further with the newcomer. Are you guys going to make your way to the center of town, or do you have other things that you wish to do?
So is everybody back at their normal? Because I know they were like crowding the new guy.
There's a few that are still following the new guy, trying to get to know him. But the vast majority of people have either went back to their morning routines that they need to finish up, or they have already started making their way to the center of town. You will need to stable Boris, or give Boris a place to stay before you head to the center of town. The last time you brought Boris, that was not a great thing.
Oh, that's true. I'm guessing there's a place I could park him. I say this out of game, of course.
There's a place where you can kind of like tie him up, yeah.
Okay.
For lack of a better word, because I'm not sure of the existence of ropes at this time.
I don't know either. Ooh. I'm just gonna assume he's well trained enough to understand to stay put.
I'm pretty sure they had ropes and string, because
I don't think rope is a very complex invention, but
it's just a twisted vine.
Yeah, braided.
Or strips of bark.
Well, a lot of islanders had thought of it because of like they would braid leaves and things like that.
How else do I attach the spearhead to my spear?
That's
How
true.
did she make a necklace?
It would be string, and actually, Egyptian ropes date back to 4,000 to 3,500 BC. So yeah, it's after you guys.
Ooh.
That's Egyptian ropes.
I shall invent the rope.
There you go. He's got a goal.
All right. Well, fortunately, everybody knows who Boris is, so I'm sure
he's laden with your pack, so he's very recognizable. He's obviously not a wild bunk.
Yeah. So I'll just leave him somewhere outside of traffic. I say that kind of,
Foot traffic.
Yes, foot traffic. Kind of to the side. I need to find my favorite fruits and veggie place so I can get his favorite snack and get some food for myself too. Because I'm also here to get stuff for traveling.
Well, luckily, you happen to know the local fruit vendor. Her name is Jasmina. She is also one of your very close friends that The term sleepwalker doesn't mean anything to you at this point, but in eons later, sleepwalkers are what the mages call people that can see magic without making magic go wonky, but they themselves can't do magic.
Mm.
And she kind of waves you over. Catalina, it's been so long.
Oh, Jasmina, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Are you here for Boris's favorite?
Yes, and a few snacks for myself.
She's like, take whatever you want. I'm just going to... Just take it. Just take it. Consider this part of my offering, though. She kind of gives you a sly smile.
Mm. Okay. Fine, I'll consider this your offering, which I will gladly partake.
She gestures over at Kalmir. Kalmir, come over here. Take some.
Sure, I'll have a little. It won't count for the whole offering, though.
She goes, that's not how I work. And she kind of smiles at you.
What is
Ooh.
it?
Oh, yeah, what are we getting?
She has an assortment of fruits from the region that she
Okay.
has grown.
Figs, grapes, no, that stuff.
Yep.
Olives. What else? I like olives. Oh, I got something for you. Let me know if it works. And I pull out like a little weave, like dangle thing, and it has like feathers. Okay, so this is supposed to help with those bad night visions you have, dreams, whatever. I don't know if they call them dreams in that era.
It's fine.
Okay.
She goes, oh, thank you so much. They really are a problem sometimes.
Yeah, I know. But let me know. It's a work in progress. So the next time I come by, just, all you have to do is hang it over where you sleep the next time you go, you rest.
All right, I will make sure to do so. You need to stop by the village more often, though, honestly. Once a year is not enough.
Sometimes once a year is one too many.
Because you need to really get over your hang-ups about being around people. She kind of chuckles.
Mm. Okay, so I grabbed my stuff. So, is there anything else that's been going on? Did you see the new person that came by?
Yeah, he's weird. He seems very evasive towards everybody.
Mm,
I don't know if you picked up on that.
not really. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to get through this day, as always, every year. But I didn't really notice anything. By looking at everyone, how excited they were in seeing him. I'm assuming this is his first time coming here.
Never seen him before in my life.
Same here.
Okay.
Figured you guys would know better than I would.
Well, I don't live in town.
Well,
And he's never stopped by my swamp.
she gives you guys a knowing glance, like,
Oh, well. Anyway. Okay. Because Igor seemed to be kind of taken aback from him, but I didn't really get anything negative. Okay. Other than him, no other travelers?
no. I mean, we don't, outside of you, we really don't get people coming in and out. So that's why I think everybody's just kind of losing their mind over this.
Yeah, we noticed. All right. Well,
I will see you guys at the ceremony. And she looks at Kalmir and says, "I'll bring the rest," with kind of a sigh.
You know
Ooh,
how?
as a side note, since I did partake in it, do I get any mana back or whatever it's called?
It was not offered in a ceremony, so no.
Dang it.
It's
Oh.
specifically the ceremony that gets the mana back.
Fine. Okay.
Shall we go take our place? Unless you have something to do.
No, I think that's everything. I got my food. I gave her her trinket. I can sell later. Yeah, I think after the ceremony is a better time to sell. People are more uplifted during that time. Okay.
As you guys make your ways to the center of town, you can already see the queue that has formed in front of Igor. As people ask for various items to be repaired, items to be made. And you realize that this is going to be your next couple of hours as well.
See, why should I come to town more often? Well, that's why I stay away from town.
Was that allowed to Kalmir?
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
Never mind.
So Catalina takes her seat, as well as Kalmir and Dog take their places. Dog even has his own little special cushion that he gets to sit on.
That's right. Dog special.
So the next hours, and I do quite literally mean hours, are with you sitting there, having people give you a laundry list of things that they want you guys to perform after the ceremony, ranging from trinkets for Catalina to make, a couple of good luck charms, fertility charms. Then there, for you, there's a whole list of farming issues. People asking for more rain next season,
I can do that.
more fertile ground.
Probably. Maybe. We'll see.
People, your neighbor coming up and asking specifically if you can not only destroy the villain that destroyed his crops, but if you could increase the fertility of his plant.
I'll get to work on that.
So, this line of people, despite it not being very many people, we're talking roughly 200 to 300 people, but that still takes one at a time a while to get through, especially when each one asks you for something. It is at this time, as the sun sets, that they have finished their preparation. There is a massive bonfire in the center of town. And that is when you notice the newcomer has arrived back into the center of town and has kind of taken his place in the small queue that is still remaining at the very end.
Oh, he has a request?
Yes, he does.
Isn't he magical too?
Well, maybe it's
What kind
something
of?
he has no skill in.
I guess, but that's what practice is for. I don't know. Like,
How do you practice something you know nothing about?
I'm assuming you two are whispering to each other, correct?
Yeah, we're kind of doing that.
Okay.
it just seems weird.
You practice it by
because-
hitting rocks with other rocks.
I swear to the
that's-
gods, I'm going to hit you with a rock. It just seems off, but I guess we'll listen to his request.
The last few people make their way out of the line as they prepare for their sacrifices, their offerings that they are going to burn for you. Tordor stands there before the three of you and he goes, "Well, it's about that time. So, I have one request for you.
What are you offering?
My offering is that of insight. I have certain interests. These interests are very, very powerful. These interests have interest in you. So I have come to secure your cooperation with that.
So there are beings that are interested,
A being. Yes, you are correct.
and you are simply the messenger.
That is not the term he uses, but yes.
Oh, so what term does he use?
Quite frankly, I don't understand the term. He speaks very weird. He calls me a vector, but, I am what I am. I am a messenger. I am here to ask that you help us.
I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific than that. Help is a very, very broad word.
It is a very broad word. You are correct, Igor. I do apologize. I don't know the two of yours names. However, help is the only word I can use in polite company. Any kind of eyes the people around.
Hmm. Oh, out of game. Are we like powerful enough to like shoo people away?
You are, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the ceremony that's going on.
Yeah, okay, of course. All right, back to game. I just wanted to know.
No, you're fine.
But once again, I understand that perhaps you'd like to use a different term. But say we help you. What are we helping you with? I cannot help with all problems. If you have a problem of the sky, what am I to do? Throw a rock at it? You need to be more specific so we can figure out the best way to help you, you see?
And is it a problem that you or him caused? So you can see our dilemma here. Helping you.
He caused. See, the problem is. See, I dislike using the word problem because he wishes help to expand. And we, as the wise, have ways to help him expand. That is why I wish to speak in less polite company. Just because the nature of what we discuss is not meant for their ears.
Mm.
And he walks over to the dog. If you could, Pooter, go ahead and roll me a empathy plus composure check for dog.
Oh, okay. Let me get. Where's his stats?
Didn't you take a picture of it?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Okay.
Doesn't have any empathy.
Okay.
Do they get a negative?
Yes.
Okay. And then composure, you said?
Yes.
So that's 1 dice.
So 1 dice or a chance die?
1 dice. He has 2 composure. 1 dice. No success.
Okay. 2 seconds. He walks over to Dog, and Dog kind of like rolls over onto his back and lets him rub his belly. This is quite unusual for Dog.
That is very odd.
What is your animal doing?
He's being submissive to someone that's not me.
And he kind of nods and he goes, I felt like I would bring this up here because this is the appropriate time and place to do it. But I will obviously want to discuss this further with you in private. He kind of nods and then makes his way away from the fire. At this point, no perception roll, nothing is needed. He is being very awkward and weird.
How so?
With just everything that he said, his behaviors, him walking up to your animal and just...
Don't touch my dog!
Yeah. Essentially what Igor saw at the beginning is now apparent to both of you.
He's weird even for a mage. Or a wise.
Tread carefully. He
But
is still a mage. He is a threat.
With that, your words are almost punctuated by drum beats, which draws your attention to the bonfire as the chanting begins. And the ceremony begins proper. People are bowing down before you with their basket offerings of fruit before tossing them into the fire. You can start to feel the mana return to you, especially after the cattle farmer that you guys know slits his cow's throat and pushes the remains into the fire. Check something.
Rejoice!
There is much rejoicing. People are celebrating, calling out to you to make their lives better. This celebration goes on through the night. It is late. The moon has already reached its peak and has already began to redescend before the fire fades. The crowds disperse and you guys are finally allowed to take a moment for yourselves.
I'm so
Toward-
sorry. Can you repeat that? You were breaking up on my end. Sorry.
I had stated that basically it's well past midnight. The fire has died down. People have finally gone back to bed.
Okay.
You guys are kind of left alone in the center of town, watching the fires dwindle. Tordor is still nowhere to be seen. It doesn't seem like he's going to be returning this night to continue his conversation with you. Catalina, where are you going to stay? It is obviously way too late for you to make your way back to your house.
I usually try to make it back before it gets this late. But we had a special visitor. Igor! Is there room for me and Boris?
Well, our visitor appears not intent to stay the night. So there should be.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll be staying with Igor. So what does everybody think about our new visitor? Wait, what was his sacrifice to us? Or his offering? He said insight. I didn't get any insight.
All he has offered is threat.
Yeah.
He
Threat.
desires
A contract?
a non-polite help for someone he does not wish to name.
And someone who needs expanding, which can mean a lot or nothing. Expand. Expand what? A society? Himself?
His
Mm.
mind.
Yeah. What could we possibly do to expand any of those things? I mean, we can, but why?
He could just easily.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, it sounds like a contract with a lot of hidden strings.
Contract I have no intent to sign. Not one of his own writing.
I'm assuming as you guys are talking, you guys are heading back to your homes, correct? Or are
Yep.
you guys
We're
okay?
tired, a little bit drunk. I'm sure there was some alcohol, wine in there.
There was a bit of wine.
There's a bit of wine.
If you guys partook of any, I'm guessing from that.
I did.
A bit of wine.
Too on edge to drink, sorry.
As you guys return home, you guys fall into a fitful sleep, to be precise. Flashes appear through your dreams. Obviously, your connection with the supernal is flaring throughout the night. As morning comes along, the village is quiet. And there's usually a little bit of a hustle and bustle, but it's very quiet this morning. Maybe people just aren't awake after their very late night. I would also need you guys to make me it would just be a pure stamina check. So just use your stamina as a dice pool.
Woohoo! 3 successes.
So stamina and what? I'm sorry.
Just stamina.
Just stamina. Okay. My stamina is a 3. And bam! Nope, I got nothing.
All right.
Used up all your successes of that 10.
Yes.
Yeah, you burned through everything there. Everybody wakes up feeling fairly rested, with the exception of Catalina,
I'm snoring away.
who wakes up and you feel lightheaded, almost as if you had drink, but to the extent that your stomach is churning, your head pounds, your throat is a little raspy. Feels like you could be coming down with something.
Oh, what did I eat? Did I drink?
Of course, Igor, since she spent the night with you, you are aware of everything that she's saying, in case you were wondering.
Yeah. Well, perhaps the aforementioned blight of the crops has spread further than we thought. Perhaps you ate something bad. Or perhaps there is more going on. Cannot help but think our quote-unquote visitor could still be doing things. I don't trust him at all.
Well, I've never felt this way with any of the other festivals, so the only difference between this festival and prior is him. Oh, I really don't feel well.
Correlation's not causation, but I am tempted to agree with the suspect.
Oh, also, Igor, I'm assuming you are doing your morning stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask you to give me another wits plus intelligence plus your craftsmanship.
Firm.
Banging rocks on rocks.
Well, we gotta somehow manage to break the copper. Eventually it'll break. I think. All right.
Oh,
Ooh. Well,
In a
mean-
moment of just a stroke of genius, so to speak, you end up tossing the copper ore into your hearth, into the fire that is going. As we are getting into the harvest months, it gets a little colder. So the fire is already raging at this point. The thought process is, well, if I can't break it, can I set it on fire?
A good scientific thought process, I must say.
To be fair, I don't know much about copper metallurgy. I don't know how long it takes metal to start to melt. But we're going to say it actually starts to melt and soften up a little bit.
I highly doubt that it melts, because copper melts at quite a high temperature because it's metal.
You also threw it in a hearth, though.
Yeah,
which is
I don't
meant
think
to
I don't.
which is conducted to heat. I'll get that
Yeah,
out
but it
eventually.
ain't 1,000 degrees Celsius, which is roughly what you need to melt copper.
but it can warm up and get soft, malleable.
It can get soft, sure. Yeah, that would logically make sense, but
Yeah, I said melt, soften, whatever.
yeah. Sure, we'll go with it. Whatever.
You're not making soup out of it.
Not yet.
Also, Kalmir,
Ah,
you have awakened. Is there any specific things you want to do? Or are you just going to go check on your other wizened brethren?
let's see, what can I do? Well, the normal morning routine, feed the dog, all that. I did want to check out the neighbor's farm again, and let's see, what can I do with one level of life?
Oh yeah, you were supposed to help the guy.
I'm supposed to help the guy. I mean, I'm gonna help him with the rain. That's easy, but
You're gonna do a rain dance?
let me see here. Well, that's a lot of people asked for rain, so that's I'm gonna bring rain to the whole area. Yeah, everyone had the request for rain, more rain.
It's like form a single file line for the people who want rain.
This line for people that want rain. This line for people that just want to pet the dog.
He had his own offerings. They bring him a little treat. They get to pet him. He knows
How
not to
many
bite.
did he end up with at the end of the night?
Oh, he had a lot. a lot of the kids liked petting him.
Yeah, a little food belly.
Your dog is still in a food coma.
Yeah. But I don't know if there's much I can do. Like I said, with one dot of life, either analyze life or web of life.
What
Well-
do each of those do?
Well, analyze life lets me get details like the species, age, sex, overall health of a plant or animal, including humans. Identify any illnesses, injuries, tilts, conditions. Identify supernatural creatures and stuff. And then
Web of Life.
Web of Life lets me be aware of any living things nearby that I specify.
I mean, both of those have their perks. As a, outside party, I think Web of Life would be more what you're looking for,
To find all the little gophers
or whatever they are. Yeah.
or whatever they are. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Web of Life
Okay.
in his farm. See,
I'm
looking-
assuming you're using one reach to go ahead and make that instantaneous.
yeah, that is how many reaches do I get?
You
One.
have one free reach.
One for reach. Duration.
So that's going to be your Gnosis plus your Arcanum to see if the
Yeah.
spell goes off.
So that's 3. That's 4.
Are you using High Speech?
Yes, because there's nobody else around to hear it, I assume.
No, there is not.
So that's 1 dice. I use my rain staff because that's a dedicated magical tool. That's
How is it related to life? I know how it's related to forces, but how is it?
a dedicated tool doesn't need to be related to anything.
Okay.
I can use it perfect. Any other yantras, yes, it has to be related, but a dedicated tool can be used for anything.
And how many yantras can you use?
There's a chart for that.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I was like, wait, hold up. Want to make sure you're not using too many yantras here.
Got to check the book. Yantras is on page 119.
I almost turned directly to it. Don't you hate it when you turn to a page and you're like, oh yeah, I'm close to it, and then you overshoot it?
I can't see a chart here. Maybe it's on Gnosis?
You cannot exceed a maximum bonus of 5 dice.
Oh, okay.
So as long as you're under 5 dice.
Does a dedicated tool add 1 or 2 dots? Using a dedicated tool, yantra penalize any paradox rules. Doesn't say, so I assume just 1 then.
Yeah, it would just be 1.
Okay, so that's high speech for 1 dot, the dedicated tool for 2, second dot. Can I use one of the plants as a yantra? Because it's what was attacked? And I want to...
Not in this scenario, no.
Okay. We'll go with 2 then, because I can't think of any others.
Okay.
So that's 2, 4, 6 dice.
Okay.
3 successes.
All right. As you spin the Arcanum, is it instantaneous or is there a duration that you can sense them?
Let me see.
I'm just trying to make sure if it's a blip or if it's a track.
Well, the primary factor is duration, but I assume since I didn't do any reaches to further the duration, it's probably 1 turn.
Yeah,
So a few seconds.
It's a little bit longer than a blip, but
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any of these underground creatures.
Yes, there are. There's 30 or 40 of them.
Wow, just here?
Not just like in this direct area, but kind of in the general area. So not necessarily right where his farm is, but You're kind of searching in a range from his farm
Mhm.
and the two next to it, so to speak.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of an area, but it's the general area. Quite a few of these creatures, to say the least.
Well, that's a lot. Well, now I know that they're here
And that this is a problem.
and that this is a problem. Yes, if they're killing crops, we'll have to figure out a way to deal with that. Wonder I wonder if we can poison them somehow. I'll go talk to Catalina, see what she knows about these.
All right, so you begin to make your way towards Igor's hut. It's not very long until you get to the longhouse. 5 minutes at most.
Ah.
You can see Igor is staring intently at the hearth while Catalina is... Have you gotten up from the floor yet? From the first?
No, I don't want to get up.
That is
Good morning.
There's nothing good about it.
Always good about it because we're alive the next morning.
If
Why are you
this
still
is
on the floor?
living, if this is living, I'd rather not. I
Wake
don't
up.
know. No.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
No.
Dog, go lick her face.
Oh, I will kill him. Ugh. I sit up. I must have drank too much. Oh,
You didn't drink much more than me, if at all. I feel fine. What's wrong with you?
my head hurts. And there's wait. Side note or not side note. Out of game.
question. Yes.
Yes. Have I felt this way before?
I mean, you felt sick before, so
Okay, so I know what it's like to get sick.
yes.
Okay. And we're back. Out of all days to get sick, today's the day. After sacrifices, I don't understand. That I don't understand. How could I get I mean, I could try, well, I could try to make myself feel better.
I don't know why you haven't already.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was just a morning.
Morning sickness?
Yes.
Have you been with anyone lately?
No, just myself.
Been with anything lately?
No. Ew.
At this point, the copper ore has started to change colors in the fire.
Ooh.
Igor, what are you doing? Why are you staring at the fire?
Well, you see, the rock, the unbreakable device,
Oh dear.
appears to be softer. However, I don't really want to touch it because it's on fire. So I am considering throwing another rock at it to see what happens.
Maybe poke it with a club or something? Hit it with a club?
Yes, let me stick my wooden club into the fire. Smart idea, my friend.
I mean, it won't catch fire instantly, I would think not.
Can I try purge illness?
Yes. So that's
Okay.
one reach to make it instantaneous. And that's going to be your gnosis plus your life domain as a dice pool, and any yantras you add to it.
Okay. So gnosis. And then yantras?
Yantras, like high speech, your dedicated magical tool, your goblet would work here. They would provide a bonus die for the roll each.
Okay. Do I have to use my? You know what? I'm just gonna use it.
There's no reason not to.
Kalmir.
Yes.
Can you get my goblet?
Where's your goblet?
Boris has it.
Boris is not gonna kick me again, is he?
Oh, just don't touch him in a weird way. And keep your dog away from him.
I keep my dog so that he doesn't kick me.
Dog gets him rattled, scared, nervous, anxious, all of the above. He told me the last time.
Oh,
The last time
okay.
he kicked you, yes.
Well, then I will leave dog here with you. Dog, keep licking her face. I will go get her goblet.
Okay, so with my goblet,
Yeah, we're not gonna go, go through that.
What is this? Why does she have that?
stuff I sell, okay? Makes money. So then that adds to my pool?
Yes, so you add 2 dice to your number. So
So that's 2, and then plus what?
Gnosis and your Arcana. Your Gnosis is 3, your Arcana is 2.
2. So Gnosis 2, 4. So 6?
Yes. Wait, no. 7.
No? 7. Okay.
3, 2, and then 2.
And 4 successes. More.
All right, 4 successes.
Mhm.
Your spell goes off, and you start to feel better.
Okay. That was probably nothing. I probably drank something or ate something weird. I mean, there was something weird going on with the crops, like Igor said, so maybe it was something that I ate.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Mm.
I cast a spell over the crops, under the crops. Turns out there's a lot of animals under there,
Hmm.
like 30. Wondering if you had anything that could repel them, or kill them, banish them, something to make them not here.
uh, did you see what they were?
They're underground,
Uh-huh.
so no.
So that's it? You just know that they're there.
I told you I cast the spell Web of Life so that I'm aware of their existence. I needed to know if they were there, or
Okay.
if it was just some kid playing a rather rude prank on the farm.
No, it's just underground animals. Okay.
Yes, and they're a problem because if they're going to keep attacking the crops, then we're not going to have anything to eat, which is a kind of important.
That's true.
At this point, Igor, you have found a way to get the rock out of the fire.
I see. And I assume it's softer now.
Yes.
Hmm.
It doesn't remain that way for very long, but
Perhaps it simply needs to be hotter. We need more fire.
More fire? How much fire do you need?
That's a good question. Perhaps not yet. I don't want to burn the room down.
So you need a new area to conduct this experiment on the rock with more heat. Yes?
That's the plan. How we go about that.
I mean, I got you covered for fire.
Yeah. I mean, anyone can get fire, You
No,
just.
but I mean, I got you covered for fire. I make you a fire so hot you can't stand near it.
Well, then how am I supposed to put the rock in it?
Throw it.
But then how am I going to get the rock out?
I'll make the fire less.
But then the rock's not going to be on fire anymore. I need it to be on fire.
Well, it's not on fire right now, but it's still soft, isn't it? That means it retains something?
Yeah, but then that when we need even more fire to get it to like past the point of like ideal fire. We need like double the ideal fire, which is a lot of fire.
Hmm. I could probably focus the fire.
Either way, I'm sure we have bigger problems to deal with.
Bigger problems than the rock. Survival.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes, being here listening to you two is giving me the headache again. Okay, I'm gonna go with the farmer and see if there's anything I can do. Since you weren't able to fix the problem, just
I've identified the problem.
identify the problem and then just pass on the problem to me.
It's
Ah.
called outsourcing. It's a new thing.
Okay, so I get up in my same clothes, whatever. And off I go to the farmer, leave the other two behind.
Oh, you're leaving them?
Oh yeah, they got bigger fire rock things to do. I'm just going with the farmer. It's not that big of a deal. He just needs help with his crops, right?
All right. Go ahead and in that situation, I wasn't actually going to have you guys do this, but since she's just going alone, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh.
You know which farm it is.
No. But thanks. I could make it that now.
He pointed it when
guess,
I asked him the other day.
Well, she goes off to fix farm issues. I'm gonna see if anybody else in town has seen our visitor since last night.
Oh yeah, Tordor. Where's Tordor?
It's wits versus composure, right?
Wits and composure. But I guess since everybody else is heading out, I will just go ahead and cover this then without the need of the perception check.
Ah,
Okay,
like
everybody sees it.
Since you guys are kind of leaving all at the same time, you have three eyes looking about. Up on the hill to the east, that is your guys' burial ground. You see a figure kind of move inside your guys' burial mound. You can't make out who it is, but somebody definitely entered into the megalithic structure.
Did anyone die last night?
Maybe.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, not to your guys' knowledge.
There was a lot of drinking.
I'm getting the rock. Okay, maybe not the same rock, because it might still slightly be on fire, but I'm getting a rock, just in case.
As Igor goes and gets his rock. Or a rock.
Maybe I get like a bag of rocks, you never know when you need multiple rocks.
You have multiple rocks.
What do you think I've been hitting the rocks on?
So they're different rocks each time?
Yeah, there are multiple kinds of rocks. You see, this rock is slightly less gray than this rock. This matters, you see, because this rock takes 3 hits to break, while this one only takes 2. This is important information that needs to be categorized.
And this black rock can't cut it. Obsidian. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where the hell do we get obsidian? Are there volcanoes in Serbia?
Ooh, pretty.
Anyways, at this moment, we're going to go ahead and call it here. This is the Domain Gaming, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
So yeah.